Now we will be doing pick a card readings today, but we do it a little differently here. We will draw 4 cards, but before we reveal the cards, we will assign an item to each. This gives you an opportunity to choose your reading based on how you resonate with the item first, and then a second opportunity once the cards are revealed. Perhaps a card reveal will reaffirm your initial choice, or it will give you more options for you to consider. Please feel free to watch one or all of the videos, all of the readings. Remember, the choice to explore is always up to you. Okay, so we have drawn 4 cards, and we have assigned 4 items to each. These are elemental swords, and they're also bookmarks, which can be purchased by Layla Rose Art, and I'll leave a description in the comments section, or I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments section, so you can take a look at some of the other artworks she does. She also does these daggers, which are beautiful. You might have seen them in previous videos. These kind of daggers. But today we're doing elemental swords. And we're going to be asking what kind of element is coming into your life, or what element is going to be important in the coming days, weeks, or months for you. So, what element is important right now? So, now we're going to reveal the cards, but first let's take a look at the swords. First we have this air, wind, sky, starry sword, almost futuristic. The hilt changes one side to the other. Then we have the element of fire, this fiery sword here. For reading number 2. For reading number 3, we have the earth-shattered sword, this earth sword, earth element here. And finally, for group number 4, for reading number 4, we have this water sword, this kind of buccaneer sword. Looks like almost like a pirate sword, or a, sailing the 7 seas kind of sword you would see. Okay. So now that you've seen the items and the elements that we're going to apply to each reading, let's reveal the cards. For wind, for air, we have strength. Interesting. You'd almost expect it to be with fire with the Leo, but hey, that's kind of cool. Strength in the wind, huh? Okay, for the fire sword, we have 3 of Wands. Okay, well, wands are fire. The sense of kind of allowing things to go on their own way so that you can go on your path. Okay. Allowing others to go their own way, accepting that they're going to go off on their own adventures and you're going to go off on yours. And for the earth sword, we have... Okay, and more fire though. We have the Ace of Wands, but actually that's kind of neat. You have this growing plant, this almost root that's begun to grow for earth. Apologies, guys. I might have just bumped the mic. If that was loud, I apologize. And for finally, we have group number 4. We have, with the water sword, we have the Knight of Wands. Well, a lot of fire energy with all the cards themselves, interestingly enough. But then we have these items as well. So we have Knight of Wands, so like passionate motivation, like being able to command your energy and your drive, your creative hustle energy, being able to go right into the fray, kind of fiery, passionate energy all across the board here. But we have these elements as well. So now we're going to draw zodiac signs. So this gives you a third option for you to choose which reading you would like to listen to. We're going to draw 3 zodiacs for each reading, and we draw them randomly from this satchel or bag. And we draw 3 stones, and each stone has a symbol on it representing one of the zodiac signs. So we just drew 3 here. So for the first reading, we have Libra. We got some airy energy here, some wind energy. We have Leo. Well, and then you have the Leo and And the lion here of strength, fascinating. And then we have Taurus. So we have some earthy symbols, some wind and some fire here with the wind. Interesting mix. Okay, let's continue on. We're going to draw 3 more stones. Okay, for group number 2, we have Pisces, interestingly enough, with the fire. We have this water fire. Virgo, okay. And Aquarius, okay. The wind, huh? Interesting. A lot of mixing of elements here. Let's continue on. For group number 3, we have the Ace of Wands and the Earth Sword. We have Capricorn, okay. Aries and Scorpio, okay. Which leaves, I guess there's Sagittarius, Cancer, and what's the last one? It's not coming to me. Yeah, there's Sagittarius. Oh, sorry, Gemini. Gemini and Cancer. All right. So, let's begin the reading. Please keep in mind that this is a new channel, so if you do subscribe, it'll give this channel a chance to succeed and to continue on. So, thank you very much. Okay, let's begin with reading number 1. Hey, group number 1, you chose the Air Sword, or you might have chosen based on the card the Strength, or perhaps you chose based on the zodiac sign Libra, come on now, Leo, and Taurus, whether that be your sun, moon, or rising sign. Okay, so we will begin reading in a second. Let me just move these over. The camera doesn't want to focus. I've noticed that. It's kind of interesting. But okay, so we got some air, some fire, a lot of lion symbolism here, so a lot of sense of strength. Okay. Let's take the cards and begin. I wonder why it keeps trying to focus. Let me try something here. Okay, we just locked focus. That's much better. Okay. Hope you're doing well today. How are you doing? I don't normally draw in this order, but we're just going to draw across from the past to the present to the future. I don't normally do that. I normally start in the center and move out, but hey, feels like we should do it differently today. Okay, we're just going to move that over a little more, get everything in view, and in the current position we have the Emperor. Well, look at that lion energy, very strong energy here. I mean, this is a little more Aries, but fire, passion, command, very strong. In the past, we have Page of Cups. Okay, now we're going to have to undo the auto lock. We have Page of Cups. Can we see? Maybe? Oh, well. Today, it wants to focus the way it wants to focus. We have Page of Cups, so a sense of emotional jubilance in the past. But perhaps you freed yourself recently from some kind of binding sense of feeling trapped. You freed yourself, and now you're in command. In the future position, we have the Knight of Cups. So like even stronger position of emotional jubilance, of stability, emotional command over one's, basically command over one's emotions, capable emotional maturity. At least to the degree that it might be in fits and starts a little bit, but, having kind of come into one's own, having experienced life in many ways, having suffered through some circumstance, but also having grown from it and being stronger now. Really being in command of oneself right now. And we have, no kidding, we have the Queen of Cups. So look at these cups all together. Look at that. Well, this is a fascinating growth story. One of feeling kind of trapped in one's own mind, with the Eight of Swords. The figure is blind to the fact that she can actually free herself at ease if she just moved forward and just spread her wings, and so to speak. If she just opened her arms up, she would be able to free herself. And the swords are not surrounding her. They're actually just kind of placed around her. She can walk right out if she wanted to. And it seems like you did, because you move into the Page of Cups. One of like jubilance of kind of having an ability to laugh at oneself. I think that's an important aspect of this. A little bit more lighthearted nature coming out of this very kind of stuck in place nature. And this is a story of strength. Oh, sorry. I was trying to show strength's face. This is a story of strength. One where you did free yourself, and in a joyful way, you're now in command of one's own emotions, of like you're in command of your own destiny here. You really are developing a more mature sense of how you're going to handle your emotions. And then you're going to get to the point where your emotional abundance and stability is going to be able to benefit others in a really profound way. That's what we get to Queen here. We go in from Knight to Queen, which is, well, Page to Knight to Queen in progression. Fascinating, beautiful, actually. And these are in an area where we might not necessarily see all of this growth immediately. It might not be tangible to you, but you might start to feel the sense that like, hey, you're actually taking command of your own power and you're really going to move forward. This might have been a kind of a sharp contrast to what was once in the past, and you might have overcorrected in some ways, but you're going to be moving forward and kind of settle back into good progression towards just a sense of being able to provide real abundance to people and real emotional stability for others as well, because you are grounded. If we were to get a King of Cups, that would be pretty intense. But for now, we'll just continue to draw cards and go a little deeper into this situation and see what it is that is happening here. Okay, now we're going back to the normal. You know what? No. I liked what was happening there. We're going to go in order of time. Chronological order here, guys. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So clarifying the Emperor, we have... Okay, so now we have the Knight of Swords. Wow, okay. An idea that can cut through and really gives you a sense of confidence that you want to rush through with. Very much an airy symbol here now. We're getting some air here. I also do feel like there's a lot of wind. This is a lot of some ways, this might not apply directly to how traditional tarot applies cards, but a very Aquarius energy here. So that's windy, kind of holding the cup within this like windswept cliff, right? Very Aquarius. And then you have, clarifying that, we have an Oracle card. We'll go into that in a little bit. We have the Artist. So you might be in a very creative situation, one where you had to creatively think your way out of it. Like perhaps you were in a situation where you felt kind of caught, and now you're just creatively moving forward. Okay. And clarifying that moment where you were trapped, which is interesting. You have the Eight of Swords alongside Six of Wands. It might have been some celebration, like almost like you felt required to go. Maybe it was a birthday party of some sort, or a baby shower, like you had to go, kind of trapped feeling. You didn't have to go, for the record. You don't have to. But you went, probably, considering you felt the obligation. Okay, interesting. Well, there's a very strong spiritual progression here, and now we have a very interesting mixture of celebration on the ground floor, plus with being a little bit creative in one's perspective. You have the Artist, which is an Oracle card, the sense of like humanity creating its own vision. Moving forward, you have like an idea that might be cutting through and allowing you to really empower yourself right now or very soon. And coming in, okay, now we have some like kings here. We have the King of Wands. Interestingly enough, we have this fiery passion capability, confident creativity. So you're a very creative person, whoever you are. Very creative. Are you an artist? You don't want to say, are you like a poet? A writer, perhaps? Page of Cups, artist, creative. You might be a visual artist as well. You could be like a painter of some sort, or a musician. Or perhaps whatever you do, you bring in a creative drive, a creative spark that people appreciate. Okay, clarifying. Queen of Cups, we have Two of Pentacles. Okay, so choices making choices, but not in a bad way. I feel like this is a very like, oh, these are choices that you want to make. You're excited to like deliberate them, and you're going to emotionally approach it in a way that whatever you're choosing is going to benefit not only you, but the people that you care about. You're really going to be thinking about the whole picture here when you do this. And you're going to be thinking quite a bit. I mean, we have some airy energy, but some strength. Libra, Libra, Leo, Taurus. You might be leaning towards more of a stable kind of creating a stable environment, but based in one that's really based in emotion and making sure that people that you're involved with are emotionally stable as well. That's important. That's really important here. All right, let's go a little deeper. Let's clarify these. Okay, that flew out right there, so it stays right there. And it's reminding us that I'm doing this chronologically right now. I used to start in the middle, go back, forward, but I think we're going to start just going chronologically right now because I like what we're seeing, the order we're seeing it. Okay. Okay. Clarifying Knight of Swords and the Emperor. I mean, a lot of powerful energy here, a lot of driving force energy, kind of steadfast command, but at the same time having strong ideas that can really drive you forward in confidence. Gotta be careful sometimes with that, though. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So, like, some kind of, like, perhaps you're having trouble sleeping, which wouldn't be surprising if you're on this channel. Okay. We have 10 of Wands, so a lot of life lessons, a lot of experience that might not have been pleasant. And we have 5 of Pentacles, a sense that like maybe your main motivation for your feeling of obligation might go a little deeper than just a sense of obligation. You might be feeling a little out in the cold, or you might have felt a little out in the cold. I think things have changed quite a bit. Although this is interesting, we're gonna have to see that a little bit more. We might clarify that. The Nine of Swords with the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups alongside the Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands. So like a sense of like creative drive and confidence is really going to be coming through from a new emotional state of mind, a new emotion. Perhaps there's someone who's like commanding you recently, like making you feel like you had to do things. Okay, and now you're like, nope, I'm on my own now. I'm doing my own thing. Okay. To clarify, the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. People have all sorts of ideas about how each other should live their lives. I think like really everyone's going to live their life differently, and it's up to them to do it. Like everyone knows what's best for them, and everyone knows everyone knows the intricacies of the challenges they face. Having some kind of outsider say, hey, you should do it this way is kind of silly, right? They don't know the full picture, right? Okay, we have, again, the sense of Eight of Swords. Interesting. This is a story of like really breaking free of like your own mindset that isn't working out for you. Like there might be some kind of idea that you have in place that like really is a sense. Maybe you have an idea of like what it means to have command over one's, or like not command, but like power dynamics. This might be a power dynamics issue. Because you have a lot of kings, the Emperor, strength, knights. You got to choose to free yourself. I mean, you really do. Just free yourself. You can do it. You have all the strength that you need. You're in command of yourself. These sleepless nights, these feelings of like cycles are just never ending. Like it's like something isn't gonna, like when's it gonna stop? Like it just doesn't seem like maybe you might be waking up late, or you're not like waking up on time, or you're just feeling groggy whenever you do wake up on time, and you're just not like you're not driving forward. You're rather just kind of like treading water. If that's what's happening, you can free yourself. The change location is one thing I say. And think about your emotional state as something that you do have more command over than you realize. Defend yourself, protect yourself, because if there's others who are trying to bind you into their world view, you can't accept that. This is who you are, and you have to, you know what's best for you. You know, the choices you make should be one where you benefit other people, but not in a place where they can't choose their own way. They have to choose for themselves, and they have to make their life the way they want it to. So, but if you offer something and they want it, then you are in the capable position to do so, because you have experienced quite a bit, and you are someone who, you know, has put, you might feel like you always avoid conflict, but you actually have been exposed to a lot. That's one thing you have to remember, that there's been a lot of conflict, and your response is, you might feel like you're not strong enough, but you are. I mean, you've been strong. That's the thing. You've been strong. You've been very strong. These moments where you feel like you've just been avoiding things and you've just been like burdened, it's like, no, you've been put into situations that were hard, that were very hard. If you feel like you've been failing, you're like, no, you haven't been. You really haven't. You've been, you know, it might not feel like a triumphant success, but you've been actually standing up for yourself and putting yourself in a position that really is, you've been doing what you needed to do, basically. And that's okay. But now it's kind of like, let's find that peace, right? Let's find that, like, that position where you're strong within yourself and you can stand up and you can protect the people that need to be protected by you. You can provide to the people who need to be provided for from you, but you can also place up those boundaries to the people who try to sway or influence your direction, which you, in a way that you know is not correct. You know, you're a strong person. You're windy. There's some wind here, right? The sense that you kind of flow, and you might leave situations more often than you confront them, but that's okay. You know, honestly, leaving a situation is often the best situation because you're putting yourself out of harm's way or out of a situation of unnecessary conflict. So what you're doing right now is good. You're being creative. You're thinking creatively. You're thinking about all the experiences in the past. There is a windy, airy spirit to you that can be lighthearted. Right now, you seem to be focused more on seriousness, on the down aspects of things. But if you just focus on the ideas that you know bring positive mindsets, you're going to have that emotional strength to keep moving forward. You're not trapped. You're going to free yourself. Let's do a little bit of clarification on these 8 of Swords. I'm actually going to take from the Golden Art Nouveau. We're going to clarify those 2 8 of Swords. Maybe the 9 of Swords too. Okay. I saw you, card. Yeah, we got 3. Okay. Ideas. Some kind of idea is important here. Because we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, now we have the Death card with the clarifying the 9 of Swords. You know, this is a new beginning for you. There's a new chapter here. And it's going to bring a lot of abundance of emotion, of like good emotion. Clarifying the 8 of Swords, we have the 6 of Wands again. Okay, so now we have like another celebration. This is kind of very interestingly balanced. Very interestingly balanced. You can choose your celebration. You can choose what you celebrate about yourself, and it doesn't have to be what other people celebrate about you. And that's going to give you a sense of who you are. Your sense of who you are is going to become very strong. So what element here is the most important here? I think it's a sense of finding strength in oneself and knowing who you are is the element. The intellectual, airy nature of understanding intellectually is something that you're going to apply to yourself. And it's going to allow you to give you a lot of strength and a lot of stability, emotional strength and stability. And that's excellent. Group number 1, I can't wait to hear how you're doing. Please leave a comment and subscribe so you can see me again soon. Take care. Hey, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the 3 of Wands, the fire sword, or perhaps you chose based on your sun, moon, and rising, Aquarius, Pisces, or Virgo. We're going to be drawing 5 cards to begin with, and I hope you're doing well today. Well, a bunch popped out. That's fascinating. Okay, we have the Fool and 6 of Wands. Well, this is going to be a very new beginning. We're just going to put these to the side. A very new beginning that's worthy of celebration. Exciting. Okay. Let's just draw 5 cards now. That was quite a burst of energy. What's going on with you, group 2? Pile number 2. That's something, you might have just chosen to go on a journey, and it's going to be exciting. Maybe you're going on a trip. Exciting. Okay. Okay. So in the current position, group number 2, we have the Hermit. You might be alone right now, or you might be planning something. In the past, we have a King of Pentacles. There was a financial boon for you in some way. Perhaps you started to really budget, and you're capable of going on a trip. And in the past, we have 4 Swords. So you were really like saving up your energy, your money, your resources to get to a point where you're really thinking through what you're going to do with it. I mean, we're looking at 3 of Wands, the Fool, and 6 of Wands. It's very happy, exciting time in some ways. Okay, in the future position, we have 8 of Pentacles, but you're still working hard. There's no doubt about it, but you're refining what you're doing. You're getting to a point where you're really starting to come into your own, and you're able to make that masterpiece. Yeah, you're going to be traveling soon. 6 of Swords. Committing to an adventure, committing to a venture of any sort, but a sense of commitment of kind of crossing halfway, and there's no turning back now. Interesting. Well, I just see travel. I mean, immediately. This reading burst in with energy. Quite a lot of fast-paced energy here. Group number 2, fiery. Not like group number 1. Very interesting. A very interesting difference in energy here. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm feeling like way more like, hey, you put in your due time. You really did save up whatever it was you were saving up. You're finding that inner strength, that inner like wisdom of what you need to do next. You're refining it, and you're going to commit. I mean, this could be travel. This could be travel. This could be committing to a new job, committing to a real new cycle here, for sure. And you're letting those who were going to go on your path with you but are no longer going to, you're letting people are going on their own ways. You're taking your own path. Very passionate energy here. Wow, look at that. Okay, group number 2. I'm moving much faster with you guys than I was with the last reading, but let's just go with that. Let's just go with the vibe. Okay. Let's go a little deeper. Draw 5 more cards. Okay. The last reading was way more step-by-step, progressing very naturally, what you would expect of, just putting in the hard work and seeing results slowly build kind of energy. This is like, boom, time to go. Let's go. All right. So, clarifying the Hermit. The sense of, wisdom, of internal light, finding the light within oneself, finding guidance within one's own intuition, but through meditation, through reflection, reflecting on oneself. Okay, we have clarifying that the Lovers. Whew, look at this fiery, passionate situation. Perhaps you are trying to find the right love. Or you're trying to find the love you might be trying to love yourself in some ways. Okay. Excuse me. The Knight of Pentacles alongside the King of Pentacles. Really, real just command of one's resources. Putting the resources in the right direction. Really putting them in the right place. And like having a sense of like wisdom. So here we have the 6 of Pentacles alongside the 4 of Swords. So like patience, healing, rest, right? Resting, really. Alongside like bestowal of resources. It could either be financial, could be emotional, or it could be intellectual. Some sense of, bestowing something to someone. I often see this as bestowing wisdom. Interestingly enough, we have the Hermit as well. With the Lovers, interesting. Perhaps you are in a long distance relationship because the Hermit's kind of holding this light. It's almost like the phone. Perhaps you're talking with someone through long distance. That very much could be a situation. Okay. In the future, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, we have Queen of Wands. So like real passion. Just a lot of passion here, a lot of fiery passion. I would say with the Queen of Wands, we have a sense of like passionate like drive forward. So like a sense that you have the emotional like strength that's going to take you across the finish line in many ways. Okay. And you're really driving like this, like you're refining what you do is an interesting aspect to this. This could be planning a trip. This could be refining the way you make money. This could be refining how you want to interact with people. Clarifying the Six of Swords, we have the Hierophant. Very interesting combination. Perhaps you're working through some official documentation of something. This could be, I want to say visa requirements, but that might be more on my mind with travel. But like with travel, that would make a lot of sense. If you're talking about relationships, this could be commitment. You really are committing. This could be some form of marriage, or maybe just a display of one's commitment to somebody else. It doesn't have to be official, although with the Hierophant, you would see it's at least traditional. So it could be promise ring, could be, gift on birthday, just like some way of like traditionally showing, like flowers, some traditional way of showing, I'm here, I care, I'm committed. That kind of energy is happening right there. It could be marriage, could be proposal, although it doesn't feel exactly like that, although it could be because you do have the Six of Wands and you have the Fool. So, and the Fool is the beginning of an adventure. No, it's not saying you're foolish. It's saying the ability to say, I'm going to dive into the unknown. I'm going to dive into this and not even know what's going to happen, but having that feeling of like, it's going to work itself out. It's going to work out. We're going to find and learn and go on this journey together, or I'm going to go on this journey. I'm going to choose to go. That's the key to opening up the world. And it's not foolish at all. The Fool is just a delightful beginner's energy. Okay. So let's dive a little deeper. This is an interesting reading. Actually, both readings have been rather interesting. Interesting in how they kind of stand out with each other. I'm not sure. Are you getting married, or I think you're really just committing to maybe go see somebody. Perhaps you're traveling to go see someone. Let's see. Clarifying the Lovers and the Hermit, we have like King of Cups. So like emotional maturity, real like emotional stability as well. In the past, we have the Nine of Cups. So a sense of pride in having put in the work. This looks like you've been saving money and you have a lot of money now. Like, I mean, it could just be resources though. It could be, you have a lot of skills, but this feels like you have a lot of resources. Did you just recently like save a lot of money, or have you been saving? Did you get a raise or a promotion of some sort? Have you really been committed to work? It's interesting. This is in the recent past. Okay. And the Page of Swords alongside Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. A sense of like perhaps there was fits and starts. You had some ideas that were working out and then they stopped working. This is kind of the figuring out how to make money. This is like having at least knowing how to manage your resources. This could be figuring out how to do something, not just money, but how to live one's life the way they want to. You might be figuring that out. And then you have, with this like kind of meticulous refinement alongside a sense of like passionate drive, we have a sense of like seeing results, like really seeing results, not quite being where you want to be, but seeing quite a lot of beneficial response to the work you've put in. Okay. And that's coming soon. And then we have the Hierophant and the Six of Wands. We're going to be committing to something here. What are we committing to? Well, we have the King of Swords. So committing to an idea, at least. A lot of kings. Interesting. Kings are coming in now. Through emotional stability, finding the right relationships, maintaining the right relationships, through maintaining the right resources, and then through refining your ideas with a passionate drive, you're going to be committing to something that is, you're going to be very confident that it's the right path forward. You're committing to it. You're saying, I'm not turning back here. I'm doing this. And that's, worthy of celebration, because this is going to be a new beginning for you. One where you let bygones be bygones, and you're going to allow those who, are going their own way to go their own way. But you are also going to be finding the right energies and matching energies of love. I mean, look, we have kings and queens, we have the lovers. It's kind of interesting. There's an emotional strength here, a strength of not just emotion and idea, but of resource allocation. It's kind of interesting. The only king we don't have here is the King of Wands. Is that the one missing? But we have the Queen of Wands, so we do have that passion and that action forwards. That hustle energy is there. Interesting. Okay. Well, group number 2. Let's just do like a couple more cards. Let's just throw in a couple cards. I don't know. Let's just mix it up here. And that seems to be the kind of energy this has, is fast paced. Let's just draw a few, let's just draw like that. Okay, that's too many cards. We're gonna draw from here then. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh, fast paced. Speed, movement. We have 8 of Wands here. The sense of flying wands, right? You might be traveling. What else we got? Come on, show us. Okay, there we go. And the lovers again. The lovers again. Okay, are you traveling to see someone, a romantic interest? And then there you have 3 of Wands on the 3 of Wands. Fascinating. Okay, well, you saw it here first, folks. This is actually amazing. This is a beautifully serendipitous reading, one where we have clearly this strength of letting bygones be bygones. Forgive others so that you can move on is one thing from the past, but also it is allow others to do their own thing so you can do yours. That's a really important aspect too. But there is some love coming in here, some kind of love, perhaps a long distance relationship, maybe someone you've been flirting with online, or someone you've been in a deep connection with for a while now at least, but through distance. We're going to be meticulously using the resources that we've accumulated to meticulously apply them so that we can commit to this endeavor, this situation where we know our ideas are strong. Beautiful reading. This is a new adventure, a new journey, and I can't wait to hear what you're doing with it, this fiery, passionate energy. So what is the element here? And I think it really is fiery, passionate commitment. That is the energy here. Finding that passion, the fire energy, and committing it to an endeavor is going to be a beautiful way for you to move forward. Group number 2. Please subscribe so that you can see more of me. I can't wait to hear how you're doing in the comments. Take care. Greetings, group number 3. How you doing today? We're going to be drawing 3 cards. I hope you're doing well. I mean 5 cards, not 3. I don't know why I said 3. Maybe we'll draw 3 at the end. How about that? Okay. You might have chosen this reading based on either the Ace of Wands, the Earth-Shattered Sword, or one of your Earth, Moon, and Rising signs. Perhaps it's Aries, Scorpio, or Capricorn. Interestingly enough, we have some fire energy with Aries and the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands also has quite a bit of Earth energy as well. And then you have the Earth Sword, and Capricorn is, I believe, and Earth is Earth as well. Yes, it is. Cardinal Earth sign. Okay. So, let's begin through the present moment. We have justice. So things are aligning, things are rebalancing. Whatever was happening in this part of is kind of swaying back to center here. Okay. We have now air here. A lot of air energy. This is like Libra. Okay. And interestingly enough, we have Page of Swords in the exact same position as group number 1, I believe. Interesting. Okay. And Page of Swords is, or not Page of Swords, sorry, Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a water, but it's also kind of a windy Aquarius energy. So a sense of like movement. And we have this burst of creative energy here as well, with this kind of almost steadfast, earthy energy. It's kind of interesting. I picture almost like vines kind of growing up over ruins and kind of, bring them back into the earth. Kind of energy here. We have the sun in the past. Okay, so sun leading into joyful. This is the Page of Cups is someone who can laugh at themselves, is someone who has kind of a light heart, a light spirit. And if you have the sun, something great happened recently, something beautiful and really abundant happened recently. Perhaps there was some kind of, and this is an element that you might not see yet, but like some really beautiful sense of internal strength is being bestowed on you, leading you to a sort of joyful, oh wait, this is of Swords, isn't it? This isn't Cups. Oh my god, I'm like seeing things. This is the Page of Swords. Okay, so this is not like reading number 1. This is a movement towards more of like having an idea and kind of taking it, jumping forward with it, having just learned of a new idea that you kind of have a grasp of and kind of moving forward with it. Okay, that's a little different. Sorry, group number 3. I don't know what's going on here. I almost like saw Page of Cups, but all right. So some new creative idea might be growing within you. It's not necessarily fully realized yet, but you might have some ideas about it and you're trying to take it forward, but you got to find a balanced approach. Okay. Standing your ground, 7 of Wands. Once you've established yourself, you may have changed your mind about something, and people might be going, wait, I thought you said you were going to do this. It's like, well, hey, we can change our minds, right? Maybe that you were just in a different mindset at one point. Okay, or maybe some new information came into light. Yeah, okay, 3 of Cups, interesting. The dog is crying outside. I might check on him if he keeps crying, but if he doesn't, we'll continue. He's a great dog. Okay, so there might be some kind of reunion coming in the future for you. Stand your ground and make sure that, if that happens and someone tries to oppose your idea, you at least like defend your reasoning. Or perhaps it's a situation where you want to see somebody and someone's going to say, hey, why are you going to see that person? He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to see that person. I'm going to go see them. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't like drawing the exact bottom card. Let's just see what the bottom card was. Okay, Knight of Cups. Yeah, having like emotional growth here. Actually, I like continuing to do it this way. It just feels better right now. That is not the bottom card. Okay. I'm going to keep drawing from here in the middle. Okay. Clarifying justice in the current position. We have Queen of Cups. So having some emotional stability coming into your light. Perhaps something like big happened in the past that's kind of like, it could be either good or bad, but maybe it was like something that just was so different. It like kind of brought this huge change to your life. Maybe a new idea that kind of like you've been kind of trying to wield. Yeah, but there might be something like kind of not sinister about it, but perhaps a little bit based in rooted emotions that you're not fully aware of. Perhaps you're angry about something or fearful. But you have been needing to rest, that's for sure. Maybe you are not sticking to the kind of schedule that you had previously been sticking to, but you were like kind of resting a little bit. But something good did happen in the past. Just you might not be aware of it yet, but you're gonna feel it soon. You're kind of gonna feel in your heart that warmth, that glowing warmth of stability, and being able to provide to others. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. So a new passion that you're gonna stand up for. Interestingly enough, we have, and then Temperance. So transforming what once was perhaps anger or fear into a sense of, you're going to test the waters here. You're going to dip your toes in, but you're going to figure out how to transform those emotions that you had, those like emotions that might be a little bit holding, kind of restraining you in some ways, or you're just not fully actually realize those emotions. You're going to find a way to really take command of those emotions, balance them, and use them to defend yourself, to defend what you feel is right, to move forward in a way that you know is best for you. You might be having a reunion with someone, or it might be one of those situations where you're going to stand your ground during a reunion of some form, but you're going to take a little bit more lightheartedness to this. You're going to have an ability to crack some jokes and to kind of just go, hey, you know what? Yeah, that's how it was, but now it's like this, hey, we're going to joke around a little. Like, yeah, I guess I'm not, I guess I'm not the exact same person I was 10 years ago or whatever, right? Or I'm not the same person I was like last year. Maybe something changed. The world is not the same as it was a year ago, right? Things move on, so you can defend your actions if they haven't, being like, I want to say, if someone's trying to call you out as a hypocrite, like, just be like, hey, you know what? Things change. That's just how it is. That's like what you got to do. It doesn't mean you're a hypocrite. It means the situation required you to change direction, and that's perfectly fine. That happens all the time. Okay, let's clarify a little bit. This is an interesting energy here. It's closer to the first reading, not so much. Last reading was all sorts of fire, passion, like fits and starts. This is a little more like, hey, like we're finding this balance, this kind of grounding. This is more grounding for sure. Okay. The last two we used Llewellyn's classic tarot deck. This time we're going to be using Golden Art Nouveau. I just had a feeling this needs a Golden Art Nouveau. I don't know why, but we're going with it. Okay, we're just going to clarify with 5 more cards. Okay. All right. So in the current position with Justice and Queen of Cups, we have the King of Swords. Okay, so like really command of an idea, for sure. This is commanding of an idea. Finding that balance. Okay, and we have, in the past, we have Queen of Cups. Interesting. Oh no, sorry, King of Cups. Okay, cool. King of Cups. Real command of like maturity of emotion, like, understanding the emotions you have and why you have them. Like really knowing why you have these emotions and why the logical reaction is an emotion, and then being able to take that knowledge and that command over one's understanding and wisdom to really apply your emotions in the proper way. That's the king, where you have a more lighthearted, willing to like laugh at oneself, being emotionally like resilient. But here we have like true emotional command, leading to an idea of like having command over one's ideas and ability to make decisions. This is a decision making, really. So emotional command over oneself, leading to command over one's decisions and actions. Interesting. In the past, clarifying the Sun and the 4 of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords. Man, you might have just been like, we have the 9 of Wands. You might have just felt like it's been like an onslaught recently. I don't know why the Sun is there. The Sun is interesting. This might be one of those things where the world's throwing you challenges, and it's actually great for you, because what you're doing is taking hold and taking ownership of these challenges, and you're resting when you need to. You're making the right decisions when you need to. So what's actually happening is you're becoming more and more bountiful. This is one of those things where the Sun might be kind of hidden a little bit. In fact, we're just coming out of a recent solar eclipse, so it's kind of like the moon emotions are kind of hiding like what's actually happening, which is one of real strength and growth. You're growing. You might feel broken down from all of this, but you're like, when's this going to end kind of feeling? Well, this is one of those things where these challenges are really going to turn you into someone who's strong and resilient. Let's continue to clarify the future positions. We have standing your ground with the 7 of Wands, and we have Page of Wands. Oh, sorry guys, I bumped the mic again. When I wear glasses, I seem to bump the mic a lot. Okay, basically, we have the ability to kind of survey the situation, but also to defend the situation, defend your position. But surveying the landscape and knowing why and how you can defend a position properly. Having the high ground. Having the high ground is really what this is about. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Also knowing how to, where and when to put your energy. Really, like Queen of Pentacles can be a little bit more like energy, resources, and like your attention, your care, your focus. Doing it maturely and with command. And to clarify, the Three of Cups and Temperance we have. Okay, yeah, the Devil. And it's upside down, which is kind of interesting. I don't normally do reversals, but, we can do a reversal here. Good habits. Good habits. Focusing on good habits, focusing on finding yourself. If there's something that was blocking you, because that's what this is. This is like the guardian of the forest. This is blocking you from becoming yourself, like really becoming who you want to be. Someone who's beneficial, like being the hero within yourself. This is a block. But it's upside down, so it's not going to be in your way. You're letting go of this. You might have revisited, perhaps, habits that were once more prevalent in the past, but you're casting them aside. Reminiscing about old times. You're not going to be looking at rose-tinted glasses. You're actually going to be transforming that energy, because we have Temperance here. You're going to be transforming that past energy into something much more beneficial for you and others. I don't do reversals. We're just going to say this could have been a block, some kind of guardian of yourself, like something's keeping you from being who you truly, like your fully realized self, and you're able to overcome that through everything else you've been doing. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna draw 3. Yes, be strong. Strength. You are strong. Look at that. Strength just popped out. Well, you are a strong individual. And another one popped, and we have 3. Okay. I said we were going to draw 3 at the end, right? Empress. And 6 of Cups. Okay. One moment, I'm getting a phone call. So sorry, group number 3. I had a phone call that I had to take. But I do feel like we got through the reading. I just want to say that this is a story of grounding, of really kind of putting the root down and connecting to that stable sense of like balance, really finding the balance through emotional resiliency, but also through kind of just taking a moment and taking both sides and placing them down into a more grounded means. I can't wait to see what you are doing. Please leave a comment, and I hope you find a way to kind of take this earth-shattered sword and reforge it into something that is truly resilient and something that you can take along with you, allow you to stand with the higher ground. Okay, transform this moment into something that is a tool for the future. Subscribe to me to see more of me in the future. I can't wait to see you soon. Take care. Hello, group number 4. Reading number 4. You chose the Water Sword, and perhaps you chose the reading based on the card, the Knight of Wands. Or you also could have chosen based on your Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Cancer. I hope you're doing well today. How are you doing? We're going to be drawing 5 cards to begin with. No, that was the bottom. Okay. Well, these cards just want to come out one by one, so we'll just allow that to happen. Cool. Final card. So in the current position, group number 4, you have Nine of Cups. Okay, being proud of one's journey, of one's accomplishments. You might have been putting a lot of hard work in, and you're seeing results. And you can also kind of say, hey, look, this is what I've created. This is kind of the world that I've created, and I'm proud of it. Okay, in the past positions, we have Two of Cups. So there was some kind of alignment of energies or complementary energies that were creating a dynamic situation, something where, 1 plus 1 wasn't 2, 1 plus 1 was becoming 5, 10, 15, combining to create more than just the sum of its parts. And before that was a refinement. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So you were working hard and refining, tweaking, adding and subtracting just a little bit here, a little bit there, to get to a point where you're really fully accomplished in this situation. Really kind of becoming a master at your craft is what this is about. Interesting. And we have the Two of Wands. So surveying the situation in the future. You might have accomplished a lot. And now it's time to go, where are you going to take this accomplishment and move it forward? You might not feel like you've accomplished, if you don't feel like you've accomplished something, remember that this area of the reading is going to be a little bit more ethereal. Okay, and in the final future position, we have the Five of Pentacles. So a sense of wanting to move towards a warm environment, right? Feeling kind of on the outskirts, wanting to move forward into more group dynamic. Perhaps you want to be more close to a friend group or something. Or perhaps you want to create an environment that is warm and can protect people from the elements, right? Okay. No. We're going to go a little deeper. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We can go a little deeper and clarify a lot of these cards. Okay. Aha. I see you. Okay, we got two. Aha. Okay. So for group number 4, clarifying the Nine of Cups, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so we have some kind of unknown intuition, something kind of giving you a sense that there's something bubbling beneath the surface in the subconscious. Something is building some energy. In the past position, very lion. We have lion energy here. We have Two of Cups, and then we have Queen of Wands. So we have some lion energy in the past, a sense of real passion. Okay, so could have been a relationship passion. Could have been you really working on a relationship, and you're finding this passionate result of it. And we have Queen of Swords in the past. Well, this goes hand in hand. You have meticulous kind of refinement of a capability, of a resource, of producing a resource. And here we have, having a real intuitive understanding of which decisions need to be made, making the right decisions. It's about ideas, the right ideas and the right decisions. Okay. Clarifying Two of Wands. We have Eight of Swords. Perhaps this could be analysis paralysis. You might be surveying the landscape, not sure what to do with yourself. And in Five of Pentacles, clarifying with the Hermit. Okay. This could be a sense of feeling a little alone, but we're going to clarify it in a little bit. I get a sense that you really have accomplished a lot. You really have. And you feel like there's there's an intuitive thing that needs to be unlocked for you to feel more free and have the wisdom to move forward. This seems like something almost is adding a little bit of doubt to the situation, but I'm not sure what it is. We got some water, we got the wand, the Knight of Wands, something, because this looks like all really good's happening here, and then this is kind of a little more confusing. Okay, a little more confusing. It's got, Five of Pentacles, which is kind of the figures are outside. They want to get into the warmth, but right now they're on the outside. And here we also have Eight of Swords. Now remember, Eight of Swords is feeling like you're trapped, but actually having just not being able to see that all you have to do is move forward, expand yourself a little bit, and walk confidently out of the situation, because you're actually not trapped. You have full capability of leaving this situation. That's an important aspect of the Eight of Swords, a feeling of being trapped, but of actually having everything needed to free oneself. So feeling left out in the cold, feeling kind of trapped in a situation, while looking at the landscape of options is not necessarily uncommon. You can have a situation where you're kind of figuring out, what do I want to do next, is kind of a situation here. What is it that you're looking for? You might have accomplished something in one aspect of life and you're proud of it, or at least you feel like you should be. Like there's some sense that you should be proud of it, but like you don't. There's some intuitive thing making you want to move forward in a different direction of some sort. It's kind of interesting though, because it's not like a new path exactly. It's more like almost like taking a step back and looking back over what you were doing and saying, I'm going to actually continue to do this, but a little differently, with a little more wisdom involved. But the goal is to find the warmth, find that warmth. Okay, group number 4, we're going to clarify this. We're going to go a little deeper and draw 5 more cards. Okay. This one wants to come out too, so we'll put it to the side. Okay. Clarifying, 9 of Cups and a High Priestess. This is an interesting dynamic. Sense of pride in an ethereal way, but an unknown intuition, kind of a building of energy in the foreground. Okay. A bursting of new emotion. This is okay. That's good. That's kind of a situation where there is something that's about to burst forward. It's going to burst forward in a positive way. Okay. Yeah, we have this again. We have the Eight of Swords. This is actually similar to another reading that people are feeling trapped right now in their situations, I feel like. But everyone's capable of freeing themselves. And then we have Two of Wands again. So like maybe there is something to do with where you want to go. Maybe you're not sure where you want to go. Because there's this movement, this wand, this driving energy, passionate, like hustle energy of wanting to go in a direction, but you're not sure where you want to go. You've accomplished a lot though. You've aligned a lot of energies. You've refined your capabilities in many ways, but you're not sure where you want to go. But we have a bursting of new emotion here. And we have the Three of Cups again. Okay, Three of Cups is like reunion, friendship of some sort. It could be celebration, could be hanging out with friends in some way. But tied with this, you might be kind of feeling trapped in social situations. And finally, clarifying the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit, we have the Queen of Cups, which is a nice ending here because that's a sense of being emotionally strong-willed in what you're capable of doing. You're going to do a lot. With this emotion, with your capabilities. The new ideas that are coming in are really going to be about, how do you survey the land and find the path that's right for you, especially in regards to finding warmth and emotional resilience. It's through wisdom within oneself, honestly. Like this is not, the friendship group can often be a distraction. And in this case, it's not that your friends aren't good. It's just that you want to focus on what's healthy and best for you. Friend groups can be good if they're supportive, then they can show you that you're actually free to do whatever you need to do. But if you feel constrained by social dynamics, or you feel like you kind of need to go because it's like the only proper thing to do, no, don't mess with that. Do it on your own, because you'll be much more empowered through finding your own wisdom rather than through what someone else thinks is the wise choice for you, because you know better than anyone else. Okay, yeah, lots of choices. A lot of choices. That's what we were saying with Two of Wands, where to go next. We have the Seven of Cups, and you can see the figure is looking at quite a lot of different options here. There's quite a lot of potential realities here, and this is one of those situations where you might want to take a break to spend some time alone and just picture what you want for yourself. Like, just close your eyes and just imagine what do you really want? Like, and how will you feel if you accomplish that which you want, where you want to go with it? How would you feel if that happened? Picture it. And if that doesn't feel exactly right, think of another option, another path that you can explore. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do a little more clarifying here. This is more water, We're talking about what's the element here that we're looking for? Because it seems like there's lots of paths that can go. If your Pisces isn't here, but if you're like a Pisces energy, you know the idea, the feeling of just boundlessness, just going in all directions, basically filling whatever container you find yourself, or you fall into, or you find yourself in. The sense of just going in all directions, wanting to try a little bit of everything. Okay. Oh, and this one really wanted to go. Okay. So, flowing like water, is kind of maybe finding the path that's not of least resistance, but of the most natural direction for you. Finding strength, seeing results through deliberate and consistent effort, leading to allowing things to go the way they should naturally. Let things flow naturally is really the situation here. Because a lot has been done. A lot has been put in place. Now it's about kind of committing, but also being more flexible. Allowing setbacks to come and seeing how they can allow you the lessons to move forward. They don't necessarily have to be negative. It's just feedback. Okay, great. And we have even more water here. We have the King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups, emotional stability, being in command of one's emotions in a way that really does give you the path forward in your own way. We have Queen of Cups and King of Cups coming in at the end, and that's a beautiful combining of complementary energies where you have that source of abundantly being able to provide emotional support for others, as well as abundantly or having command over one's emotions and understanding why emotions come and go. Understanding yourself really is the combination here. Letting things flow the way they should. So the element that is coming into your life that's important is kind of the easy flow nature, a lot like water. Finding the path, not of least resistance, but of one where the force, the energy can really, combine into a strong place for you. Because that's kind of like where rivers, tributaries kind of, if you're in a watershed, the water all kind of combines together. You're someone who, might want to go in all directions, but here's a time where taking all things coming into your life, you can allow it to direct you into the right path. All those little streams, those little crooks, or creeks, sorry, not crooks, creeks, like little streams can kind of go in and slowly combine into larger streams, and then larger streams until big river. You get into this big river watershed, and now you have a real, all of the little things coming together to really add to the momentum of where you're going. Because that's what's happening here. You have a lot of things kind of getting put together, and then you have this option, all these options, all these places, all these directions it's going. Well, instead of thinking, well, should I go in this way and that way and this way and that way, kind of think about it in reverse. How can I take this and put it into the stream? How can I bring this into the stream? How can I bring these things into the stream to be stronger? and to be more resilient? An emotional way, how can I bring my friend group together in a way where it's more dynamic and healthy? How can I bring my work, my different skill sets, to combine them? How can I combine these skill sets into one really more cohesive career path? Or how can I, get all these different things I have, like all this stuff that I have in the house, and combine it to like work together? How can I make it organized? How can I sell the right things so that I can collect enough money to like go in the right path where everything's kind of combining together, everything's coming together in a way where it works well together? It's all coming together is kind of the feeling I got of this spile after thinking about it, after feeling it. Yeah. Gemini, Cancer, and Sagittarius. So like some intuitive, but also like clashing energies in some ways. And then we have the healing energy of Cancer. There's a lot going on here, but that's the thing. It's like these energies together combined can really become a very powerful force. And I can't wait to see what you do with that and how you combine these energies. Leave us a comment and tell us what kind of different things that you thought were pulling you in different directions actually can be combined to drive a more interesting and fast-paced movement forward for you, where you can combine these energies rather than let them pull you apart, where you can bring them together to almost multiply their effect. Let us know in the comments. And please subscribe to see more of me in the future. Can't wait to see you soon. Take care.